Good morning, my friends, and welcome back to the Morning Mindset edition of the Live, Build, Change podcast. If you've never listened to the Morning Mindset before, let me just give you a little brief snapshot of what this is about. I believe that all of us as human beings need to reset our thinking every morning of our lives. That's because when we go to sleep, we kind of go back to our default patterns of behavior and thinking. And our behavior flows out of our thinking. So it's important to start with our mindset every morning. And as followers of Jesus Christ, that mindset needs to be based on what God says is true, which is from the scriptures. And so this morning mindset is my attempt to help you, my brother, my sister, in Jesus Christ, get your mind right for the day so that you can live the day more fully engaged as a follower of Christ. And so this morning, I wanted to talk with you a little bit about kind of an old cliche, an old saying that you hear quite often that I've been pondering a lot. Of course, there have been some circumstances and situations that have caused me to ponder this. But the phrase is this: you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Now, something I've learned is that behind every cliche is a little bit of truth, at least a little bit, some more than others. But in this case, I think it's true, generally speaking, and what it's trying to communicate is that the longer you've been doing something, the harder it is to kick that something if you need to kick it, like kicking a habit. But it also is saying that the longer you've been a certain way, the harder it is to learn a new way of being or doing when it relates to that particular area of your life. Does that resonate with you at all? You see, I think that though the saying has some truth to it, part of it that doesn't resonate with me, in fact, part of it that grates on my nerves, is the absolute language that's being used. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. It's almost like it's saying it's impossible for people who have been in a certain pattern of behavior or thinking to change that if they've been in it for a very long time. And I'm here just to encourage you that is not at all true. I know sometimes it can feel that way, but because of the presence of Jesus Christ in our lives, because of the Holy Spirit who is in the business of making all things new, we can change old habits in thinking or in behavior or in feeling. Those things can be changed. Now, don't hear me saying it's going to be easy. There's no way it's going to be easy. Anything is going to die hard when it's been entrenched in your life for a long time. Habits especially. But the good news of the gospel is that God has come to give us His grace. And grace means help. He's come to help us do what we cannot do. And that is to be the new creation that He's made us to be. And so with the help of the Holy Spirit and the guidance of Christ, we are able to learn some new tricks to follow along with the verbiage of the cliche. We don't have to be that old dog who is stuck in our old patterns of thinking and feeling. So I want to challenge you right now to stop for a moment. And you might even need to hit pause on this recording and think about what are the old tricks in terms of feeling or thinking or behavior that are most besetting to you right now, that are most problematic for you and the people that you love. Just pause if you need to and think about that, pray about that. And just start out today realizing that you can make a change in those things. They are not overwhelming, they are not impossible. Even if they do seem impossible, our God specializes in doing the impossible. So today's call to action is to pinpoint one old trick that you've been kind of stuck with and lay it before the Lord for His help. And we're going to talk about this a little more tomorrow on the Morning Mindset.